welcome to Spinosaurus News. I am your host, Jack Spinosaurus, here with a special episode of Spinosaurus News. This ain't your normal stuff, this is special. Today we will be talking about how Spider-Man is back in the MCU. You heard me right, he's back, boys! Now, on Friday, last Friday that is, Sony came out with a statement saying that Spider-Man was back in the MCU for one standalone movie and one other movie. Yes, that's right, after ages of disputing, after so much drama, so much sadness, so much tears, Spider-Man's back. Now, let's break down how this happened. Again, you're going to have to take this information with a grain of salt, as we don't know everything that's happened, but let's jump right into this. The new deal was signed late on Thursday night, and the statement was released on Friday morning. As you heard last time, the money was a huge problem for both companies, with it eventually leading to a no deal. Damn, the more I talk about this is starting to sound a lot like Brexit. That's bad, because Brexit's bad. But I can't be bothered to rant about Brexit. Maybe in another video if you genuinely want to hear me rant about Brexit. No one would want to hear me, Jack Spinosaurus, rant about Brexit. Oh no, I'm ranting about Brexit now. Moving on. But in this new deal, Disney gets 25% of the profits, while Sony gets 75%. Disney also retain full merchandising rights, like they had last time. But, as well, Disney have to fund roughly 25% of the cost to make the movie. And, as well, Sony are getting more creative control of the franchise, because Marvel basically had full creative control over the over Homecoming and Far From Home, with Sony only acting like, well, yes, you can do this, no, you can't do this. But Marvel got to decide the story. And Spider-Man will be able to appear in the Sonyverse in films such as Venom and Morbius and them lot. As well, reportedly, John Watts, who directed the last two MCU Spider-Man movies, who I think is a very good director, very much like him, is in final talks to direct the movie. Reportedly. That's entirely, what's the word I'm looking for? Speculative. Now, as well, Kevin Feige has also mentioned that the Sonyverse, which is what I'm calling it, and the MCU will acknowledge details between the two universes and are being described as loosely shared, which is kind of cool. As well, it seems the MCU is plotting an end to Spider-Man's arc, which is sensible, as this deal was hard to reach and they only have 2 movies on this deal. So, in conclusion, I'm happy, lots of people are happy, and I can't wait for Spider-Man 3. Now, while I was making this video, I was brainstorming genius ideas for Spider-Man 3. So I've got some. One, it could be a great way to introduce She-Hulk. I'm talking as an official as Jack Spinosaurus here, so I know what I'm talking about. Because She-Hulk in the comics is a lawyer, and you know Spider-Man's gonna need a lawyer after what just happened. But they could also go down the route of having Daredevil in the film, putting Daredevil in there, and as Spider-Man's lawyer. Now, what else could they do? Now, personally, I'd love it if they used Kraven and Chameleon. They are two who have never appeared in a movie. I mean, they're already going down the route of checking off villains who have never appeared in the movie, and this could be and I already have an idea of how they could introduce Kraven, because in the comics he's a hunter, and I mean, Spider-Man's identity just got revealed to everyone, so he might want to hunt him down or something. But there's one thing I do not want them to do. I don't want the idea of how they could introduce Kraven, because in the comics he's a hunter, and I mean, Spider-Man's identity just got revealed to everyone, so he might want to hunt him down or something. But there's one thing I do not want them to do. I don't want them to link any of the villains' backstories to Tony Stark. That's already played to death. I don't like that. It worked with Vulture very well. It was okay with Mysterio. I could agree with that, but any more would just be absurd.